which one you would kind of give it thought to do a rematch if you ever wanted to do one?
K-Profit.
So you came in with the bars and shit like that, you know. How was the feeling when you first came in and first battled on the stage in Queen of the
First battle, watch that battle, you'll see I was all smiles because I couldn't believe that everybody was cheering for me like that. I just wasn't used to it. And people were like, yo, Jaz, you look mad happy, you look mad nervous, you look mad, you know, I just had so much emotions, but they were all good. It was just a big surprise, and it was a thrill just knowing that people was fucking with my bars,
right,
or whatever. So the battle with Scott, my first battle, was a great experience.
Now we're not gonna get to this till later, but your first battle, it wasn't too much of, oh, somebody's writing for her, somebody's writing for her.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't. I don't think it was any of it.
It wasn't any of that at all.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna get to that later because I'm gonna build up to that. But all right. Now your second battle was with
K-Profit.
K-Profit. That's right.
Second. That was my second battle. That was her third battle.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to get off your chest about that battle? Because you know it's pretty much, from what I know, you say it was a battle that you probably shouldn't have took because you was in between school around that time. I guess you were saying, and you know, it was a good battle between you and K-Profit. You know what I'm saying? I was going back and forth and shit. And I'm gonna be honest with you, some people probably said that K-Profit got that battle, and some people say you got that battle. Do you have anything you want to explain or talk about that battle?
I mean, you said it all. Like, that's, out of all four of my battles, that's my least favorite one.
Why?
Because my emotions there live, like right before the battle, everybody was like, yo, Jaz, why do you look like that? Why you look so sad? And I was like, yo, I'm not confident at all. I'm not confident with my bars. I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna choke, da da da. And I mean, if you watch the battle, go to the third round, I choked. Like, I choked, but I came back. But at the same time, it's like,
yeah,
I still messed up.
Right.
And remember, I'm still new, so everybody chokes. I know this now. Everybody is not perfect. But this like crushed my whole like feeling about battling. I wasn't
really?
Yeah, it changed my whole perspective on battling that one moment. But I was in school, which is probably why I wasn't confident, because I didn't have as much focus and time to write for her. I was just so excited to get back in the ring, so I got back in the ring. K-Profit. Luckily, the K-Profit that we have now is the one that was back then, because I would have got killed. I would have got my dumb ass killed in that ring.
No polos or no logo on the polo. Was that freestyle?
That was a freestyle.
That was a freestyle, right.
I mean, she called me a grade A bum bitch or whatever. So I'm like, yo, you don't have a logo on your polo. Like, are you serious right now?
That was a crazy rebuttal.
It was, because Lex Benko said it in her next battle.
Okay.
I totally, yeah, I don't like that battle, but that was funny though. She's had a couple lines too. Gina had.
Did that stick to you for the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life. Seriously. Like, the Gina had, oh my God. People call me Gina. Like, people literally call me Gina and I answer.
Wow.
But shout out to K-Profit.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that battle changed my whole perspective on battling.
Okay, so your next battle. You versus Shayna Ashley.
Took a quick break though.
Okay. Now that battle was supposed to go down actually, and was it bar exam or first 48?
Bar exam.
Bar exam, right? And something happened. You know,
yeah.
Shayna Ashley didn't show. She had, she had a reason for it.
I'm trying to think of the line I said. What'd you do, Shayna? Yo, nah, yeah, just watch that battle. I said it in the first round. Something happened about her getting locked up, whatever. So
do you think it would have been a difference if you had you done it on bar exam instead of first 48?
I believe it would have been a difference. Only because since it got postponed, since she didn't show up, like I don't know who's watching this, but if you ever had a battle and your opponent didn't show up, you know what I went through. I was so mad because like
that happened to you twice.
Twice.
Yes, the second time.
Happened with Sky, and then happened with Shayna. But Sky was my first battle. But with Sky, it wasn't that she didn't show up. She called you like a week before.
Right.
Even though it's still bad, it's not like I was just there thinking she was gonna show up. Everyone's like, Jaz, where's Shayna? I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, so it just built a lot of emotion and it made me want to kill her. Sorry, Shane. It just made me want to go in. Like, I don't know the situation, but I think it would have been different because I wrote my whole first round over. My second round, I actually kept the same. From August to October, I kept my second round the same. My third, I probably changed half. My first was completely different, though.
Gotcha.
And that could have been a deciding factor of whether I would have lost or, like, won. So I think it would have been different. So everything happens for a reason, though.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're gonna talk about that battle. You know, that was supposed to be, you know, not saying that it wasn't. It's supposed to be super stupendous, epic battle, classic type of thing. From what has been said, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna put it all out there. They said you exceeded the time limit that you were supposed to, and she pretty much that was her quote unquote fighting argument, which was, you know, understandable, you know, and I even came out myself and said that, you know, it was a misunderstanding between the time and all that other stuff. What would you say about that? Do you say the battle is still the battle regardless, or you just say it is what it is, I guess? I don't know.
Well, firstly, the time limit thing, you know, we were like, oh, Jazz was going for like 10 minutes and stuff like that. When I wrote my rounds timed out to first two rounds was 2:30. My last one was 3 minutes. When people react, that adds time. So that's why it's so long on the footage. But I mean, I did have more bars than her in my rounds, because I think one time I counted how much bars I had and how much she had, and I had like at least 24 more than her.
Okay.
So yeah, the time limit thing, I mean, it is what it is. Do I think that if we wrapped the same amount of time would I have won? I still think I would have won.
Right.
Because she choked the third round, which was like the big upset of that night and of her. I was actually upset too.
Was you disappointed at that battle?
I was disappointed. I was disappointed. All right, I don't want to say disappointed.
Or was you like,
no,
I escaped death? No.
It's funny because a lot of people was like, yo, was you hyped when she choked? I really wasn't, because at the time, Shayna was my favorite.
Right.
And I think that's why I really wrote for her, because it was like, I'm not going to die next to her. Everybody expects me to lose. She's my favorite. I know she's nice. I can't sleep on her. When she choked, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, now I can't choke. Because remember, my battle before that, I choked with K-Profit.
Right.
So I was still like traumatized from that. And I was like, oh my God, she just choked. I couldn't believe it. So, but I just spit my third. I actually forgot some balls in my third, but I didn't choke or nothing. I think the battle was it probably still is controversial because of the simple fact that I went longer than her. I wasn't supposed to win. And for the fact that she choked, I got lucky. Is what people.
Well, that's one thing a lot of people say, that you wasn't supposed to win and stuff like that, because it was highly regarding Shayna in that aspect. She was in high regards. But you were still Jazz. You still have bars, and you know, people was like rooting for you too. So
it was like 5 people in that room that was rooting for me, Debo. Besides the 5 people that was behind me,
right?
It was literally like 5 other people, yo. And it was in Brooklyn, so everybody was like, oh, now, because remember you changed venues from the Bronx to Brooklyn. So people were like, now Jazz gonna have her own crowd. Trust me, y'all. I did not have that own crowd in that building. Right. After I battled her, you know how much people came up to me and was like, yo, Jazz, you just made me lose money?
Right.
How do you tell somebody that? Like, what? But
well, I'm in the same boat as you're in, as far as like wanting a classic battle between y'all two. But you know, do you feel that both of y'all had grown since that battle?
Me and Shayna have definitely grown. That was 2 years ago, 2011. We've learned the in and outs of battles, of battle rap, you know, different styles, different type of ways to attack people, you know, learn more about angles and stuff. I think we've definitely grown. If we haven't, then we should just stop.